What the fuck just happened? No, y'all. We gotta talk about this draft lottery. Like, I'm in complete and utter shock. I'm in like I don't have words. Words are hard right now. Words are hard to struggle, y'all. To struggle. See what I'm saying? I can't even talk. Like this is the draft lottery just happened. It's been what, like 30, it's been like almost a half an hour since then. I've still been kind of processing this. I've been on the phone with a couple people and I'm still in like disbelief. Let's kind of like talk about it. All right. Moving over to NBA.com, let's just kind of get into the way. I want to go from the bottom. I don't want to go for the top. We'll talk about the top teams later. Let's go from the bottom. So Charlotte with the last pick. Charlotte didn't really have a big chance. They were like, what, 0.5? I think them and Miami were like 0.5. So like, they didn't really have like the biggest chance to really move up, to be 100% honest. So it's like, it's not all the way out of the realm, like unexpected that they're there, because they didn't really have like the biggest odds anyway with this thing. With this like lottery. Oh, also, by the way, going into effect next year, the brand new lottery system will take place. So the bottom three teams in the league, they will get punished with the lower odds. So they are gonna start that next year, but that's not this year. This year it's still got the last same thing, the 14% for like the bottom three teams, all that stuff. But yeah, Miami and Charlotte, like, they didn't really have like the best odds of moving up, and it kind of shows because they end up getting it there. Oklahoma City with pick 12. I am so fucking happy, man.
Dom DeMarco.
So fucking happy with that. Because now that means that now OKC could still get somebody in that range, right? Like, don't get me wrong. It's still very bad for the league that OKC has a lottery pick, right? Like, they could still get somebody that'll be really, really good. But they're not going to get anybody generational in the top four. So none of the top four prospects are not going to get any of those. And I am so fucking happy for that.
Dom DeMarco.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit
So
like
happy
that.
for
Shit
that.
like
So happy for that. Golden State. Oh my god. Oh man. Hey, Golden State. Oh man, I just had to laugh. Golden State, man. The fact that there was Warriors fans on Twitter that was saying that like that they were so happy because they were like, oh, you know what, we didn't make the they were like, you know what, man, we'll lose to the Suns, we don't care, we'll lose to the Suns, but we're gonna get like a top four pick. No, it's not how that works. Motherfuckers got 11. So that's that's how it's gonna go. And I also hope they take Amen right there too. I hope Amen is their selections. I really hope they get Amen. Milwaukee, damn. Top 10 pick, but like ain't nobody generational, and Giannis is probably out the door. Man, you better hope that like, okay, like I say ain't nobody generational, like outside of like the top four picks. Now again, we've seen stars before rise from mid lottery pick to lower picks. We've seen that happen all the time. So it's not like out of the realm of possibility, but like it does suck Milwaukee where it's like, damn, you know, you thought you might be able to move up a little bit to like try to get like at least like a better prospect odds, and it just didn't work out. Dallas. Dallas, oh man, Dallas, Dallas getting number 9. Just means that like people were like, oh, they're gonna bless Dallas with back-to-back years because of the Luka trade. That's just not how that works. Like they might have gotten gifted one time with Cooper Flag, but they're not getting gifted again. So that's really, really good to see that they don't get there. Atlanta, man, I feel bad for Atlanta, man. Oh, I feel bad for Atlanta. Man, Atlanta was one I really wanted to see in the top four. I would have loved to see a combination of Darren Peterson running the pick and roll with Jalen Johnson, or Darren Peterson throwing the oops to like to Big O. Like I would have loved to seen Darren Peterson in Atlanta. So that one, I do feel for Atlanta. I think Atlanta, they are like really unfortunate here. There's a lot of other teams that I think are like really big losers, but Atlanta, I do feel bad because I would have loved to seen Darren Peterson with Atlanta. That would have been a great thing. Sacramento, oh man, Sacramento. Oh, let's talk about both Sacramento and Brooklyn. Good lord, these guys just continue just to get fucked. Like, you guys are bad all year. Do the tanking while you still have this last one available. And the new system goes into place next year where if you're really, really bad, you know, you're like the bottom three, your lottery odds are going to be flattened. So you do all this losing this last year, and you guys get 6 and 7. You get the 6-7 pick. I mean, look, Sacramento, I mean, like, I'm a Lakers fan. Y'all know, like, I'm a Lakers fan. So at the end of the day, like, fuck Sac. But, like, bro, like, Sac, it's really bad for Sac because Sac doesn't have, like, anybody for real under 25. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's look up Malik Monk's age real quick. Hold on. Let's look up Malik Monk's age at this point. Because he's been in the league now for a minute. Malik Monk is, bro, 28. Bro. Hold on. Bro, let's look at the Kings roster. Like, let me see. Do they show the age for these guys? All right, so the full Kings roster. All right, so Neek, Killian, Malik, Dougie, Levine, Precious, DeMar, Sabo, Keegan, Hunter, Russ, Drew, P. Baldwin, Devin Carter. Oh my god, dude. Bro, Sacramento has nobody under the age of 23. Nobody. They have nobody under the age of 23 at all. This is bad. This is really, really bad. Sac, y'all have nobody under the age of 23. That's not good at all. That's really, really not good. Oh, man, that's bad. And then for Brooklyn now, I ain't gonna lie, I think you're gonna have to get off that Michael Porter Jr. contract. I think MPJ is gonna have to get traded again. Shout out to MPJ having a career year, at least like at points and stuff, doing good in Brooklyn. But I think MPJ's gonna have to get. You got to release MPJ now. MPJ's gonna have to go. And then you guys had 5 first-round picks last year, and then you now have the number 6 pick this year. This one, like, yeah, Brooklyn. You guys are gonna have to figure that out. You guys gonna have a ton of picks. You already got Cam Thomas out the building. You guys, I don't know why you're keeping Claxton, but I feel like you guys should move off of Claxton at this point, and then hopefully figure out how you guys build around in Brooklyn there. Because I don't know who is like gonna be running the show over there, but that'll be one we'll see. And then number 5. Before we get to the top 4, let's talk about number 5. So Clippers get the number 5th pick from Indiana because of the Zubac trade. Indiana is the biggest loser of this entire draft. Like, there's a lot of other teams you can sit there. You can be like, dang, they're like losers in this draft, right? Like Atlanta, right? Ooh, excuse me. Like Atlanta was I think like lost this draft. I think like I said, I keep telling y'all, Darren Peterson with Atlanta, I think would have been really, really good. Dallas, I think was losers here. Golden State, Milwaukee, like 8 through 11, I think are like clear losers here in this entire draft. Sacramento. Oh, actually, I mean, you could say honestly, I would say from 6 through 11. You could make an argument from 6 through 11 that like these guys were all losers, but nobody I think is a bigger loser than Indiana. Not only do you not get a lottery pick at all, you lose to the Clippers. You did that entire year. You lost Hallie, and you guys traded like you lost Miles Turner as well in free agency. Traded for Zubac, and Zubac had that mystery ankle injury, which basically you guys were trying to keep him out. And you did all that tanking for absolutely fucking nothing. Like that might be the biggest like heartbreak there. You literally did that for nothing. Like now the Clippers get a top 5 pick. And the Clippers, like, while they could still fuck it up, like, the Clippers now, they have the top 5 pick. Because if it landed in the top 4, if it landed in the top 4, it would have been, like, Indiana would have kept the pick. And Indiana, with any of those prospects, would have, like Tyrese Halliburton and any of those 4 prospects would have been great. Now, you don't get any prospects at all. Like, actually, do they have another first-round pick this year? They do not. That was their only chance at a first-round pick. Like, scrolling down, that was their only chance at a first-round pick, and they lost out on that. That is insanity, and Indiana, by far, is the biggest loser of the draft. Like, it's not even close. Like, everybody else, you can make arguments for, like, in places where you can be like, oh, maybe they could still win, and, like, yeah, maybe, like, they didn't get, like, the generational guys, but, like, you could potentially make some copium for some people and be like, hey, these are still these prospects around this range and it's good. Indiana, though, my goodness, by far the biggest losers of this draft. It's, like, not even close, man. Whew. That's terrible for Indiana. Let's now talk about the top 4. Chicago, Memphis, Utah, and Washington. First off, man, hey, Chicago and Memphis getting top 3 picks, man. I love to see it. Hold on, we're gonna do Don DeMarco's.
Dom DeMarco.
So glad. Number 1, Chicago. I'm so happy for Chicago. Chicago, I feel like hasn't gotten good luck in a while. I mean, they did draft Patrick Willis. Not Patrick Willis. Pat Williams. My bad. They drafted Pat Williams, and there's other people that they could have drafted from that draft, and they kind of reached with Pat Williams, but they did change out the front office though. Front office staff did get changed and got let go. So you would think with the new front office that Chicago should be straight there, and that you shouldn't have to worry about like at least like bad drafting. Like Caleb Wilson, Chicago, that's a layup. Just take the layup right there. Caleb Wilson with Matas, with Matas, you still have Giddy, you still have Giddy over there that can feed Caleb Wilson the ball. Like that's like a layup. That's like a layup, literally waiting to happen right there. And then Memphis too. Memphis, easy layups right there. Easy layup for Memphis to go ahead and help their situation, because they traded Jaren Jackson Jr. and it seems like Ja Morant is supposed to be probably out the door too. So now you can either use this pick if Utah passes on Cam Boozer, you can use that pick in pick in Utah. Not that pick, but you could use that slot to replace the Jaren Jackson Jr. hole that you're now missing. Or if Utah does decide to go big, which if they go big, like we'll talk about them in a minute, but like why they could go big and what they would need to do for them. But if Utah does go big, now you got Darren Peterson there to run the show as your new lead guard in Memphis. You're not gonna have two. You're not gonna have two players that like could be defensive liabilities. I don't remember DP being a real defensive liability from like when I was watching some of the Kansas games from the tournament and then like a little bit of the games there. But obviously him and Ja, I would assume you're probably not going to want them on the court together. So I'm assuming that they'll probably flip Ja into some assets. So you get Darren Peterson and then you get some assets with him. I think that's like really, really good. Now let's talk about Utah. Utah can go so many different places here, so many different ways. Because Ace Bailey's not going anywhere. I don't think they're doing Lori, and they just traded for Jaren, and I think Keontae George, Keontae played himself into a good deal. Keontae I don't think is going. I'm not sure if Keontae goes anywhere either. So if you wanted to do now the interesting about it, I'll skip it a little bit ahead. The interesting person there that I didn't mention is Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler, if they go Cam Boozer, Walker Kessler is now expendable. Like, you can now move off of Walker Kessler and go try to get assets because you just go Cam Boozer with Jaren Jackson Jr. and you're just kind of like good from there. So yeah, like Utah can go the Walker Kessler route, or they can go Darren Peterson. And if they go Darren Peterson, all right, now you got a guard. Again, feed Lori, feed JJ, feed all your big guys. Like, that's something that can work out. That can work out too. But I have like a strong feeling I think that they go Cam Boozer, and if they do go Cam, I think that they're going to start looking into offers for Walker Kessler, which they should have been looking for a while, but like now at that point, like, it's undeniable, right? You gotta like move off of Walker Kessler at that point. I think it's just undeniable because you're not gonna have the number 2 pick on the fucking bench, right? Like, what the fuck? Like, this is not like the WNBA or any of these other leagues, bro. Like, you're not gonna have the number 2 pick on the bench. This is not how that's gonna work. Now, number 1 pick, Washington Wizards. Man, first off, let's do this.
Dom DeMarco.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
First off,
Shit
congrats
like that.
to DC. The city has needed a boost, I think, for basketball for a while, and now they are going to get that boost with AJ. AJ is clearly your franchise player at this point. Yeah, you got Trae Young. Yeah, you got AD, Alex Sarr, Keyshawn George, Trey Johnson. Like, I know you got like a lot of these people here, but AJ is your franchise guy. You're literally just gonna go with AJ going forward. Funny enough, now, with that number 1 pick, I think you can get rid of AD. I think AD is expendable. Like, hell, I would personally love him back on the Lakers. I don't know if he ever wants to come back to us because of how he feels about Rob Pelinka and the trades and all the other stuff. But like, Luka AD is like a match made in heaven. But take like my personal bias out of there. Like, I think you guys can move on from like DC can move on from AD, go get some like other little assets and stuff, and they could just start building assets, stacking up assets to build around AJ, because AJ is your future guy here. And one thing about Trae Young, even though Trae Young shoots a lot of threes, Trae Young is really, really good for assist making. So when you get that first Trae Young to AJ lob, people in DC are gonna fall in love. Like, they're gonna fall in love, and they're gonna be the happiest people ever. Trey Johnson will just continue to grow his game over there. You have to make decisions on like a lot of other players. Like hold on, let me go through the rest of the roster. Like, I know like Bilal, I know like Kashan. Hold on, let me just go through. Because I think there's some players I think they're at the go through. So, like, they gotta make some interesting things on. So yeah, Bilal, we were talking about Bilal. Like Bilal, they might keep him. I think that they might keep him, right? But that is somebody they could move off of, because Bilal, I think, is a commodity. Cam Whitmore is somebody I think like people have been like. Ever since he left Houston, his hype has kind of like really died down. But Cam Whitmore, I think, is somebody that could be definitely shipped out of here soon for sure. D'Lo, man, we ain't gonna talk about D'Lo. He's not even worth it. Bub, I don't think they get rid of Bub at all. But that's a really, really interesting one to think about over there. Jaden, I think Jaden will stay. The other Champagny brother, Justin, looking to Justin over there. Trey Johnson, they just drafted. He's not going anywhere. Keyshawn's not going anywhere. Sarr's not going anywhere. AD's Will Riley, I don't think is going anywhere either. Julian Reese, shout out to him. He's a really great rebounder. like they might keep him for like rebounding, but like now their roster is like deep, like they have a lot of people they're gonna have to make decisions on. Some people are gonna have to get traded, cut for sure. Which again, one of the big pieces I think that people might think about is like AD for sure. But like you got like a lot of other players I think that may not stay around long at all that I think that they'll make decisions on. Like again, Julian Reese is somebody I think they could easily make a decision on for sure. Bub and Justin is somebody they can make some things there. And then Bilal I think is like probably your biggest asset for sure. I mean again, Cam Whitmore on a right situation can like go in and be a scorer, probably like a bench scorer. I would say I don't think he's like would be good as a starter, but probably like a decent bench scorer. But yeah, Bilal is like probably the most like I'd say outside of AD, Bilal is like I would say like would he not make sense as like the hottest commodity for them? Like I would think so. I think like Bilal would be the hottest commodity for them. But yeah, they got AJ. Now that you got AJ, I mean, you can literally do whatever the fuck you want. Like obviously, again, like Sharif Cooper, I think was on like a 2-way deal, so you don't have to worry about Sharif like over there. But yeah, you basically with the Wizards, you have so many different routes and options going forward because your future is now secured. You got AJ Demancia. You don't have to worry about anything at all. You guys are like really, really good. My last thoughts before I kind of get out of here. I'm so happy that the NBA did not give Utah the #1 pick because there have been things for a while, a long while actually, but Utah did some really nasty shit to try to get AJ to be a Utah Jazz. Like it's so funny. It's really crazy the amount of shit that Utah did to try to get AJ Demancia. #1, if you guys remember, they paid him and his family a fucking bag to go to BYU. And Danny Ainge was behind it because you know Danny Ainge is up there in operations with the Jazz, and Danny Ainge was behind getting AJ to BYU. That's like very widely reported. They were like I don't know if AJ is like himself is like Mormon or anything like that, but they did like a lot kind of talking about getting AJ to how AJ got to BYU over a bunch of his other school options for sure. And then I felt like the moment that I seen Utah enter the top 4, I really felt I was like, oh, Adam Silver is about to gift Utah AJ. Like this is literally happening. I was about to be completely shocked that this was gonna happen, and thank God they didn't pull the trigger there. Now Utah, really good thing is too is there's other teams I think that might have folded, under pressure, right? I think if Memphis got the #1 pick, I think Utah was gonna hound Memphis, with a bunch of their assets to try to go ahead and get AJ. I think that, and Memphis, I think would have folded. I think Memphis would have taken the assets and would have been like perfectly fine. Washington, I don't like. Because how deep Washington is, and Washington has so many decisions, so much decisions that they can go and make, I don't think Washington is going to budge at all. I think Washington will just say, hey, AJ's our franchise player, AJ's our guy, and we're going to go with literally however the fuck we think we're going to build around AJ, and we're not going to trade him to you guys, which I think that's probably the right move for Washington. I don't think they should trade at all. Anyway, this is gonna be it for me. You guys, thank you guys for watching my thoughts about the lottery. Let me know if you guys want to talk any more hoops or if we want to see about anything else going on in NBA events. But otherwise, I love you guys. Guest Control Army, I'm out. See you guys in the next one. Deuces.